Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshai, Bashem, Rakakudah, Shalom to the 144,000 and rest of the elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, A Herald is a Prophet. And this is based on a video that's live right now, put up by GMS in InfoDoc Channel 12, where prophecy heralds. So I'm just going to let it play. Like I didn't have anything to go into, so I saw this video, so I said, let me ride on the back of this video right here. I don't know how long this is going to be, but let's see where the Spirit takes me.
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Chakadash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is We're Prophecy Heralds. This title came from inspiration of a video I was watching earlier. The Elder Bishop Menatazat, he was doing a lesson based off of prophecy, and he mentioned that we're prophecy reporters. So I wrote that down initially, but I like the word herald a little better. So I'm using the word herald instead of reporters. So we're prophecy heralds. So what is a herald, you may be asking yourself? Well, a herald is an official messenger bringing news. And we're going to get into this. A person or thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen. And pretty much this is what the prophets did. When the prophets went out to speak, it was either for something good or for something bad. When Samuel came to anoint David king, the people were nervous. They said, are you coming for good or for bad? Because they knew that once they saw the prophets, something was about to go down. Something really, either really bad or really good was about to go down. And the times that we're living in is something really bad about to go down. And this is why we see, we're in the midst of Jacob's trouble. It just hasn't.
Yeah, because the prophets are here. We are those prophets. The Hebrew Israelites that you see that's really going into the truth, that's really teaching you that you're Israelite, that the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. And, going into Esau, being the Edomite, and this is Babylon the Great. And whatever we speak on, nobody on the planet Earth is saying what we're saying. And when I say that, I'll add in the other groups out there like IUIC and ISBK too, because they do say a lot of the same things that we say. Now Nate, he's going off because he refused to call on the name of the true name of Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. In the case of ISBK, they call on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And they say that they're Israelites, the 12 tribes. They say that these are Edomites, Hamites, or whatever. So, this is why we make this statement that these other Israelite groups, the elect can be among them too. So, y'all used to say, oh, y'all say you got to be GMS to be an elect. No, we got affiliate brothers from affiliates of GMS that are out there hard pushing it too. So you telling me that they're not prophets? So it's out there, man. It's the word is going out. And what he just made a statement, a prophet came when something good was going to happen, something bad. In the case of Samuel, it was good because he was coming to anoint the first king of Israel. So you had prophets that prophesied good things, and prophets that prophesy, like the prophets that prophet the destruction of this man, like Isaiah, Jeremiah, and speaks about Revelation and speaks about the kingdom. Well, that's prophecy of good. The bad got to come first. The destruction got to come first. Jacob's trouble got to come first, and then the goodness come. And when the goodness comes, when the kingdom is I'm going to call it the goodness. The kingdom comes, which is the goodness. We're going to be good forever and ever and ever. Can you imagine that? The saying, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You ain't going to wake up on the wrong. You ain't never going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the kingdom. So what are we teaching? We're teaching two things. that who you are, who the Esau, the Edomites, who the white man is, the other nations are. Jeremiah 1, it says the Most High set up Jeremiah, which applies to us now, that we are prophets to the nations. Because the nations don't know who they are. The Moabites don't know that they're Moabites. Ammon doesn't know, they don't realize that they're Ammonites. The Edomites damn sure don't know that they're Edomites. Or we tell them, but they don't want to accept it. So what other group is telling you who these nations are? And the ones that can get it are most likely of the elect. And the ones that can't get it are not of the elect, like Drewski. Oh, big head Drewski. And y'all got mad. I didn't really get mad because you know what? Any publicity is good publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. Excuse me. That's a tongue twister for me. Like Luke Rudowski said in front of us, instead of saying parallel, he said parallel. And I said, could you say that again? He got mad. He remembered that. Anyway, we're the prophets. And, these people, some of these people are happy that we're here. And a lot of our people are with the Israelites. These Israelites going down to 2819 church and they messing up things and we don't like them. Yeah, because if you're not of the elect, this is not going to, go to your heart of hearts, your mind, your spirit, your inner you. So you're going to fight against it. But that's why the Most High said to go out whether they hear or forbear. Ezekiel chapter 3. So let's listen to some more. An
intensified, as it will, and depending on what situations Esau puts out there to escalate this thing. Now, tomorrow's November 1st, which they're supposed to be shutting off the SNAP benefits, EBT, and all this other stuff that that Jake, Esau, and other nations have been using the so-called lower income families, as they call them, whatever the fuck that means. But I get it. You got the rich and you got the poor. That's it. That's just a fancy way of not trying to say poor. So that's what a herald is. An official messenger bringing news. I was gonna speak on something that happened at the camp last week, but you know what? I guess I'm just gonna go into this because if the Spirit allows, I'll go into it. It's no big deal, just something I wanted to address. But if the Spirit, has me speak on it within this video, I will. But the Spirit is on me right now to hit and deal with this. So it says an official messenger bringing news. Now, when we go to, it's in the book of Isaiah. Just bear with me while I get it. All right. I don't know if it's one word in the book of Isaiah. No.
The glad tidings in the Old Testament is the same as the gospel in the New Testament. Old Testament is glad tidings. Gospel in the New Testament, it means good news. Both means good news. Glad tidings. I have glad tidings. I have good news. So what do we have? We have bad news and good news. The saying, we got bad news and good news. What do you want to hear first? Well, guess what? We got bad news and good news, and we're going to tell you what you're going to hear first. You're going to hear the bad news first, and then you're going to hear the good news. Samuel said, what's the good news, money? The good news is coming around. That's the kingdom.
So, let's see. All right. Let's do it this way. Let's go to Luke chapter 4.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to go into the subject that I wanted to go in earlier. I guess this is ending, because I started from the beginning, 60 minutes in. Anyway, let me do this. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. Okay, I don't need this. Give me a second here. Let me get my bearings straight. Okay. Okay, where am I? Okay, I believe I put it right here, if I'm not mistaken. Bear with me for a minute. Where did I put it? Okay, so you know what? I was going to do a video and entitle it, or call it, The King of Babylon is Here. So this is... let me do this. This is Off-Grid Desert Farming News with Paul and Adrian, the Antichrist, who can make war with the beast. So I'm going to play this. I checked out about this much, maybe 2-3 minutes in, and I said, let me do a video on it, because this goes, beautifully with the topic of the King of Babylon. Now we know who the King of Babylon is. When you go to Isaiah chapter 14, it mentions the King of Babylon. I believe it also mentions the same phrase, King of Babylon, in Jeremiah 50, if I'm not mistaken. It says he became wax feeble. I don't know if it was the King of Babylon, it just said the king. But we said that the King of Babylon is this guy, Nero. So now I'm gonna let this play. Look at that. Time magazine. Trump was the 45th and 47th president. Now watch how this guy, this page here, Off-Grid, does it. They don't understand the scriptures, but they're trying. So let me you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So this video helps me as well. So let's let it go. See, that's somebody. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's true. The 45 and 47, 4 plus 5 and 4 plus 7 equals 9/11. You're stretching. You're stretching.
And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name...
See, this is fun. This is funny. This is funny to us. This is comical to us. This is comedy. So this guy's using different scriptures. It happens to be Revelation 9:11. Esau don't know. He don't know what's going on. They're not prophets. They're just putting things together. They're throwing just throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. This already. Revelation 9:11 took place already. That was World War I. The king of the bottomless pit is somebody help me out. Kaiser Wilhelm the first or the second, I believe it was the first. Somebody help me out. I hadn't gone through this in years.
Name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon.
There was a report going around on several YouTube channels earlier tonight that Donald Trump signed his Gaza peace plan with the words "I am." And you'll see this image.
This is fair use, fair use, fair use, by the way. Let me slow this down. And then I'm going to go into some precepts. There we go.
Popping up here and there. And indeed it says, with best wishes, I am sincerely Donald J. Trump. This is actually not from the Gaza peace plan. This comes from some of the tariff letters that Trump sent out over the summertime. And you can see one here that was sent to Canada. And on the right-hand side, you see, with best wishes, I am sincerely Donald J. Trump.
What did your father call Donald from a young age?
He called him the great I am.
From what, like the age of 12?
Yeah. Which just, goes to show how long this has been going on.
Now, he can't say he's king. People say he's king. He's implying that he's king wearing a crown. But he can't call himself King Donald because that would be in violation of the Constitution. No titles of nobility. Because when they broke off this to establish this new world, they said we ain't gonna have no kings. So that's where they came with the democracy. And democracy is a failed experiment. You don't believe me? Put in Tanzania. Uproars in Tanzania. That's the democratic system. They're fighting over the president. I think it's a female president coming back in again. Them people in Africa just as corrupt as the Edomites over here. And I don't know if they went up there and told you, but this is Donald Trump's. You can see Donald J. Trump on the top. So this is him. His response to them protesting, no kings, protest is I'm going to shit on you. He doesn't care about the people. He cares about the ones that he rubs elbows with. And this is something that he would do if he could do it. If they had the technology to do this, he would actually do this. What'd he say when he's Nero 45? He said, I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and I'll still be the president, or something to that effect. Do you really believe Obama can do 5% of the shit that this guy did what he's about to do? I'm sorry. U.S. President Donald Trump has responded to the several No King protests seen across the country with a wild AI video. By the way, I believe this is based upon what I know. I don't believe any president in the history of the U.S. The United States military forces on citizens, because that's what he's doing. The Bunkers video was also accompanied by Top Gun's theme song, Danger Zone, with the plane seemingly flying over New York City.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. A king of fierce countenance, a king of fierce countenance, a king.
They're suggesting that they don't know. These people don't understand the script. They don't understand the prophecies. This king here is not talking about the current president. This already took place. The king, it says, transgressors are come to the full. A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. That took place. That was Antiochus Epiphanes. Now, let's go to the, we can go to Google. Let's go to the chat. See what the chat says. Okay, that's Daniel 8:23. Daniel. Daniel 8:23. Let me put it in this way. When did this come to pass? Question mark. There you go. I'm going to go right to it. Historically fulfillment. Okay, right here. Context summary. Ram, Daniel 8:3-4, symbolizes Medo-Persian Empire. That's correct. Goat, Daniel 8:5-8, symbolizes the Greek Empire led by Alexander the Great. Correct. Four horns. After Alexander's death, his empire was divided among his four generals. Correct. That's Ptolemy, Seleucid, Cassandra, and Lysimachus. There were the four. You had others. You had Antigonus, and you had one other, but those were the main four. Four horns, right? So they're correct. Now, what people say is when we as Israelites go into oh, you guys are just making it up. Well, wait a minute. Chad is saying the same thing that we're saying. Little horn, verses 9-12, arise from one of these divisions and become powerful, persecuting the holy people, the Israelites, and desecrating the temple. Ultimately, they put a swine in the temple. They were having sex in the temple. They defiled the temple. Most scholars, both Jewish and Christians, identify the king of the fierce countenance, Daniel 8:23, as Antiochus IV Epiphanes, reigned 175 to 164 BC, a Seleucid ruler. So they're 100% correct. They're saying this is the Antichrist. No, Daniel 8 already took place. And I went through this before. So these Edomites that claim they know the scriptures, they don't know the scriptures. They don't know the scriptures. They don't know the prophetic. They don't know the scriptures, period. But they don't know the prophetic part of the scriptures, especially the prophetic parts of the scriptures. We're analyzing and psychoanalyzing what we've done taught y'all.
King of the king of the king of the king of.
President Trump has the anointing of the president. You could feel, you understand? You could
see it.
You could see it that he's
a king.
Yes.
Yeah, Alex Jones doesn't know what's going on either. He just says a lot of good things, but he doesn't. He's clueless. He really doesn't understand what's going on. He still bigs up Trump, where he's gonna be the guy we believe, the cruel Lord in Isaiah 19. He's gonna be the guy to usher in the MOTB and the destruction, and thereby us getting delivered. Unless there's somebody behind, somehow to get rid of him, he retires, he dies, whatever the case may be. But we don't believe it. We believe that this is the guy. This is the cruel Lord. This is the king of Babylon. They never called Barack, from my understanding, they never called Barack Obama, Clinton. They never called them kings. They never called the president a king. They never referred to him as king. So now these people are saying he's king. Well, they referred to Obama as the Antichrist. As soon as he become president, that's the Antichrist. But none of these, and these are Edomites. These Bible thumping, born againers. Barack Obama is the Antichrist. But now this guy comes along and he's not the Antichrist, which he's not. The Antichrist is not one person. There are many Antichrists. 1 John, the 2nd chapter. But y'all don't understand the scriptures. You're going to have to come to us, which a lot of you Christian pastors are doing. You come to our videos to get your scripture game up.
The anointing is upon him.
He's a king.
Yes.
He's a king.
Yes.
So now a picture speaks 1,000 words, right? The King Messiah Trump. Look at him. Look where he's at. So we know the deal. Okay. What is this? Trump is ruling like a king, following the Putin model. How can he be stopped? We never had a king until this week. This is February 20th, 2025. Donald Trump tries to overturn the most basic meme of American history. Now he can't put a crown on and said, "I am your king now," because that would be in violation of the Constitution, unless they did away with the Constitution under martial law. No more Constitution.
1 p.m. today, the U.S. Department of Transportation emailed us a letter from Secretary Duffy announcing their attempt to end the congestion pricing program in the state of New York. At 1:58 p.m., President Donald Trump tweeted, "Long live the king."
Okay, so congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. He's calling himself a king. He's not officially a king. You know, they can't say, "Here comes King Donald Trump." Violation of the Constitution. No titles of nobility.
I'm here to say New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years.
Lastly, we have another executive order that President Trump signed relating to independent agencies. This executive order would establish important oversight functions in the Office of Management and Budget.
You see, look at this guy. What does he look like? He'll tell you who's ruling in behind the scenes.
Budget and its subsidiary office, OIRA, supervising independent agencies and many of their actions, and also reestablishes the long-standing norm that only the President or the Attorney General can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
That only the President or the Attorney General can speak for the United States when stating an opinion as to what the law is.
That means they can make up the law. They can change the law. No, it doesn't mean that. It means this. That's an act of a king. How many people did he pardon? Because the president is a temporary king. Basically, that's what it is. A temporary king that's voted in, just like the emperors of Rome. They were voted in by the Senate. Congestion pricing is dead. Okay, I've read that.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
They were probably sent here so that we put them in our jails. Because to put them in our jails, they didn't pay the electric bill. To put them, oh, I like that much better. Oh.
And understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal. They come from the dishonest press? Where? Oh, don't turn them on.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Don't turn them. Don't turn the lights on. Plus, we save on electricity, right? And because the lights didn't work, I won't pay the rent, so we get better lighting, and we don't pay the rent, right? Right? No, get those lights off! Off! Turn them.
Now you're going to use this, a king of fierce countenance and understanding of dark sentences. This has nothing to do with the lights went off. These Edomites don't know the prophecy. They do not. No one knows the scriptures. No one has the cheat codes except for GMS and some other camps. But they don't have 100% truth.
They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the light.
He wants to die. He wants the Most High to take him out. The what does it say in Job? Let me go ahead and do the cheat sheet thing. The light of the wicked shall be put out. Bible. Job. I knew it was Job. I wasn't sure what chapter. Okay. Job 18:5. Indeed, the light of the wicked goes out, and the flame of his fire gives no light. Other versions say, yes, the light of the wicked shall be put out. That's King James. Proverbs 24:20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Okay. Is there any more? Proverbs, 13. The light of the righteous shineth brightly. That's the righteous. 18, yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. So there you go.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
So much nicer.
Who has heard the poem called The Snake?
He was talking about himself. He was talking about himself. This is before he was nominated. He was became president-elect.
So I have it. Does anybody want to hear it again? You sure? Are you sure?
The people that's going to be affected the most by this November 1st thing are these red hat people. They're working middle class people and poor.
Okay. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
And understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
You know what that was all about? This little comic, this little cartoon right here. Now they're putting it in cows when they're in the field. So when you get these pieces of these steaks, T-bones, whatever you get, New York cuts, whatever the hell you get, you're getting that thing. Because they want everybody to get this thing to change their DNA. Now remember, you had certain major guys on YouTube that are Israelite leaders that said go ahead and get it. Two in particular. Remember what they said. So it's going to come back to bite them unless their followers, forgot what they said. They told them, they damn near ordered them to get it. We heard GMS said no, don't do it. Now if you do it, it's on you.
President Trump is participating in an historic ceremony to formalize the peace deal that he brokered between Israel and Hamas. 20 world leaders, including Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, are also there. It comes after the last 20 surviving Israeli hostages were freed from Hamas.
Yeah, they got the hostages back, and then they bombed them again, So, hey, the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's in Jeremiah 49 and Jeremiah 50.
Following 738 days in captivity overnight. We also saw hundreds of Palestinian prisoners released by Israel today as part of this peace deal. Also today, Israel is expecting to receive the remains of 4 Israeli hostages. Israel's defense minister says they're committed to ensuring the return of all 28 hostages who died, saying if Hamas does not, it is a failure to meet the commitments of the peace deal. The ceremony in Egypt capping off a historic trip for President Trump, who also met with some hostage families and gave a speech before the Israeli parliament, known as the Knesset, earlier today.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
That's Babylon when the missiles hit, when that fire hits. He's going to usher it in. We strongly believe that. He's going to usher it in. They have no clue as to what's getting ready to happen to them in the near future.
It took 3,000 years to get to this point. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up.
All right, and U.S. President Donald Trump could earn himself a place on the history books if ceasefire in Gaza holds.
Wait a minute. After 2,000 years of saying that Jesus Christ was not the Messiah, the Jews now have their Messiah. After 2,000 years of saying that Jesus Christ was not the Messiah, the Jews now have their Messiah. The Messiah gonna bring that fire.
This 2-year-long war comes to grinding halt. Both Israel and Hamas gave the nod for peace plan, which was led by Trump, allowing the prisoner hostage swap to take place. For Israelis, this is a very emotional moment, as many of their loved ones will return home. Many Israelis have started seeing the U.S. president as the return of Cyrus the Great.
Cyrus the Great was a man of color, a man of pigment, melanin. You know, this is the Persian and the Mede. Those are dark nations, so he's neither of them.
In Jerusalem, giant banners with pictures of U.S. President Donald Trump reading Cyrus the Great is alive have appeared. Another NBC News report on the reaction inside Israel on the place.
They really believe this is fucking Cyrus. Remember, he gave the decree for the Israelites to rebuild the temple. Oh my goodness.
Peace agreement included a billboard sponsored by Friends of Zion claiming Cyrus the Great is alive. Those who read the Bible will understand that Cyrus, the ancient Persian king who allowed the Jewish exiles to return to their homeland and rebuild the temple in Jerusalem.
Yeah, but back then they were dark people. Does this guy look like fucking Donald Trump? He looks Indian or Arab, which he would be Elamite.
According to history books, Cyrus the Great was the founder of Achaemenid Persian Empire between 550 BCE to 330 BCE. Cyrus was a great warrior, strategist known for undertaking large construction projects. When Babylonian Empire captured Kingdom of Judah or modern-day Israel and Palestine in 587 BCE, thousands of Jews were deported to Babylon.
Now this shows you that these Edomites, these other nations, these historians, they know that this is how they know that the scripture, the Bible is accurate, because they go back to the history and they confirm it. They're not a faith-based people. They need tangible proof. That's why they dig things up. Okay, this is where this battle fought. David fought against Goliath. Let's see what we can dig up. Okay, this is the remnants of David's house or castle or whatever. Let's see what we can find. They found a Moabite stone.
In 539 BCE, however, when Cyrus conquered the Babylonian Empire, he freed the Jewish exiles, allowing their return to the kingdom of Judah. In the Old Testament book of Isaiah, Cyrus was chosen by God to free the Jews of Babylon. For this reason, Cyrus became a legendary figure in Jewish history, though he was not a Jew himself. In that sense, the banners comparing Trump to Cyrus the Great appear to be drawing on the story of Cyrus's role in freeing Jewish captives.
These people have no clue as to what's going to happen to them. They have absolutely no clue as to what's going to happen to them.
Where Gaza is cast as Babylon and Trump as the new Cyrus. For some Israelis, Trump's decision of moving the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem and his actions to broker the Abraham Accords with the latest peace deal in Gaza are
Well, he's correct with Jerusalem being the capital. Jerusalem is the capital. The ancient capital was Jerusalem.
enough to consider him a Messiah in their eyes. A Messiah in their eyes.
The sound didn't go out. It's just nobody speaking.
Marina Abramovich, the High Witch of Hollywood, one of the most powerful and most influential witches in Hollywood.
Bottom line, well, Jay-Z, come on, man. Look, all these jakes that are on the topic, you see them all the time. They rub elbows with the elite. They're all insiders, man. They're all insiders. What's Diddy? The diddler, he got a slap in the wrist. He was a naughty boy and they punished him. You know? You know what they got him for? It's equivalent to picking up a pro in New York and you live in New Jersey, you're taking her to New Jersey and you're having sex with her for money. That's a federal offense and you get time in jail. When there's all kind of wickedness, adultery, and happyism going on, this place got to fucking go. What does it say about Lot? Paul spoke about that Lot. Let me go to that. I believe it was Peter or Lot. Let me go to it. Lot. Let me find it this way. Bear me for a minute, y'all. Okay, it was Peter. I don't know why I said Paul. 2 Peter 2 verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And delivered just Lot, which proves that Lot is an Israelite. He came back as an Israelite. Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Let me look up the word vex in the Greek. You gotta look up them words. This is what scholars do.
Strong's G 2669. Katapaneo. Katapaneo.
Katapaneo, to tie it down with toil, exhaust it with labor, to afflict or oppress, with being oppressed, with evils, to make trouble for, to treat roughly. We're being oppressed. When you see happy people walk the street, when you see your woman walking with the enemy, when you see all this madness going on, your women are straight up hoes, man. This dude right here, he's straight up sold out. This dude right here.
Well, remember, there's a video of her and Jay-Z, where Jay-Z staring into her soul like he was absorbing her energy, and Jay-Z bowing down to her because she is one of the high witches of Hollywood, one of the witches that has a lot of respect. What she said about Trump should open the eyes of every single person. A while back, she did this documentary, I believe, or I'm not sure if it was a documentary, but she was in a cab and she was talking. And in this cab, she literally said that Trump was the best thing to happen to this country because he is a high magician that would bring in the New World Order.
It's the best thing happened ever to us, that he is the magician of the highest order, that he is the magician of the highest order, that he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. You know, it's not so stupid thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down.
As you heard for yourself, Marina Abramovich clearly admits that Trump was the man that was supposed to bring in a new world order, and that he's a high magician, and that he is literally doing his job right now of spreading confusion and bringing and ushering in this new world order. This isn't the only time Marina Abramovich said this either. She also said this in this interview, where she admits again that Trump is the perfect fit to bring in this new world order.
One really funny opinion, but there is in Lapland there is a group of the shamans there who do something called collective dreaming. They will go together in seclusion and do the rituals with the, eating very little food and being in solitude for a long time, and they will go and dream the dreams, and the dream have to be collective same dream. So coming out of this dream, the shaman told me that actually the best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. I say, how is this possible? It's the best thing to happen. He said, yes, because he's so irrational, he's so crazy. That's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake up.
He's so irrational, he's so crazy that let me that play again.
In this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. I said, how is this possible? It's the best thing to happen. He said, yes, because he's so irrational, he's so crazy.
He's so irrational, he's so crazy.
Let's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake.
Chaos. You bring chaos, order comes out of chaos. He represents chaos. And what's going to bring the order? Everybody taking that chip. Anyway, let me do this. King of Babylon. Now we're going to know when it's talking about the king from the ancient world and when it's talking about the king of our time. 800 some odd times. Let's go all past this. Isaiah 14. That thou mayest take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. We know that this is not talking about, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this. I was going to go to Google just to see what they say or the chat. We know that this is not the king of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Who should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon? The prophets. And say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. What are we telling them? That your time is up. Your time is up. I'm not going to look at each and every scripture verse. Bear with me for a minute. Like I said, I believe that's in... Okay, let me do this. If I'm not mistaken... Okay, it says here, okay, let's do this. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the host, the Most High of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. Now, that did happen back then, but it's going to happen again to this king of Babylon. This is talking about the current king of Babylon. Jeremiah 50 verse 43, the king of Babylon hath heard the report. What report? Of the Russians and these other mainly the Russians. They're going to shoot missiles on you. You saw the video that I put up last night, the short, with the Chinese saying you will not be able to get off a second shot. They said they have a missile that they call it 61. It's 60 warheads and one hydrogen bomb, and it said that those missiles can go anywhere on the planet Earth and can utterly destroy anything it attacks. It said the king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. He became weak in the knees. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. So that proud look that this guy got, he gonna fold. He gonna fold. He's gonna fold. Now I want to go here real quick, because you had this woman, this witch, Abramovich, whatever her name is. She said this is a good thing that he's the president or the king, because he's bringing chaos. That's what she said. She said the reason why it's good that he's here because he brings chaos. Let's go to Isaiah 47 and 10. We're going to start from 10. Sorry. 10, but we're going to read this in the NLT. Matter of fact, let's go to Amplified. Then I'm going to get ready to close. For you, Babylon, have trusted and felt confident in your wickedness. You have said, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge have led you astray. And you have said in your heart or mind, which is correct, I am, and there is... Oh, wait a minute. The signature. I am. Sincerely, Donald Trump. I am. and there is no one besides me. Therefore disaster will come on you. You will not know how to make it disappear with your magic. With your MAGA. Right? MAGA is another way of saying magic. The feminine saying magic, MAGA. And disaster will fall on you for which you cannot atone. You cannot ask for forgiveness. Get right with the Most High. Get right with God. With all your offerings to your gods, to your devils. They worship the spiritual forces on the left-hand side. And destruction about which you do not know will come on you suddenly. For when they shall say peace and safety, persist then, Babylon, in your enchantments and your many sorceries. I don't got to read no more. Your many sorceries. What did she say? Abramovich? She said this is a good thing because it's a good thing that he's the president because he brings chaos. And we need chaos to bring order. When you push that chip, you're going to have to bring chaos. November 1st, we'll see. In less than, how many hours? It's 2 p.m. Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're talking about 10 hours. It'll be 10 hours. It'll be Saturday, November 1st. Now things won't get, live and popping until the morning. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, Sunday, Monday. We're gonna see what happens in the next couple of days, whether it's gonna bring chaos or not. But the only way to bring order, you have to bring chaos. So what are they going to do? They say, okay, we set up a new system. You got to get the national ID. You got to get this digital ID. People, what are these black women going to say with their kids? Oh, where do I sign up? When can I get it? You can get it immediately. We give you a temporary card. You go to a bank or whatever, and they'll give it to you. You don't got to. You'll get it. You'll get it. Do you think they're going to buck up against that and say no? Because they got their backs to the wall. Because they don't know about the scriptures. They don't know about the prophecies. And you can take, for you people that say, well, is that the mark of the beast or hard? No, it's not the mark. The mark of the beast is when they take the digital ID and they put it inside of you. It's called biometrics. I said that, I've used that term many a times. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom on to the next shalom.